And welcome to Memorial Stadium, Millard South, bringing you day 2 of Class A football, or excuse me, Class C1 football with Wahoo versus Boone Central. I'm Wilson Dittman, joined up in the booth with Jonathan Spieler and Dillon Pelster. And Jonathan, you looking forward to this game?
Yes, I am. We have a great matchup. Both teams undefeated. The Wahoo Warriors 12-0, and the Boone Cardinals also 12-0. Both undefeated teams. Lot of talented players on the roster. Dillon, what are you seeing so far in this game?
Well, when I look at both of these teams' schedules, I can see that both teams have essentially eviscerated their opponents every time they've stepped on the football field this year. Wahoo has shut out their opponents 5 times this year. Meanwhile, Boone Central has done it 3 times. Both teams are averaging over 30 points per game, upwards near 40 points per game, and they're both led by lethal rushing attacks.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game today. A lot of people expect this to maybe be the best game out of all the state title games. Both teams undefeated, the 1 and 2 seed. And both teams are taking the field to get this one underway. And I'll take that to our play-by-play man today, Jonathan Spieler. Here you go.
Yes, looks like we have the Wahoo Warriors kicking off to start the game. They're That's Boone. I'm stupid. Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Boone Central Cardinals, kicking off to start the game. Got my colors mixed up there. That's okay.
Boone wearing the all whites, looking nice, and then Wahoo in their white pants, yellow tops, with of course their traditional blue helmet.
Looks like we have number 6 for the Wahoo Warriors, Iverson, kicking off there. There's a south wind today, about 40 degrees.
Yeah, this kick will be going with the wind. Very, very strong right now, about 14, 15 miles per hour. Something we should watch out for, especially kickers kicking into that wind. There might not be a lot of field goals today.
It's perfect November weather for football, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
It is.
State football going on. History was made yesterday in the Class D2 state championship. We'll see if we have history on this field this morning.
Kickoff is getting ready. There is a holder, and it is underway. C1 getting started. It's recovered by Wahoo. Man running to the left-hand side at the 20, 25, and he'll get drug out of bounds right around the 30.
And that looked like number 2 there for Wahoo. That's going to be Phi.
Yep, Landon Phi, one of the wide receivers and defensive backs on this team. Only a sophomore, playing important snaps for this Wahoo team all season long.
Wahoo starting out just around the 30. Number 4 is going to be Kaminsky for the starting quarterback for Wahoo.
And he's been great this year, dual threat quarterback.
22, trips to the near side. He's got 22's taking it, trying to find space, but gets tackled right around the 32-yard line. 22 for Wahoo is going to be Noah Bordovitsky.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal this year, around 1K rushing yards and 19 touchdowns, and he's a guy that Wahoo needs to get going if they have any expectation of winning this one.
Yeah, and the thing I noticed from that first play was look how wide these splits are for these offensive linemen.
Interesting formation there, kind of a V shape going back to the quarterback.
2nd down and 8.
And he's going to take it, just gets trapped there, ran into a brick wall by the Boone Cardinals.
Yeah, this Boone defense showing up so far with 2 nice stops and now sets up a 3rd down and 8 at the 32. We'll see if they can get off the field with a clutch 3 and out.
3rd downs will be crucial in this game. I assume that's what's going to be making this game is who can take advantage of those 3rd downs and convert them to get more yards. Looks like we're going to have 3 receivers on the outside, no running back. Motion, going back, throws, and that's going to be incomplete by number 26 for Yahoo, Caden Smart.
Yeah, and that play just rolled out to the right-hand side, trying to find any receiver. Boone had great coverage down the field and gets off the field with a nice 3 and out.
And it was the senior defensive tackle, Nathaniel Warner, applying pressure right there to the quarterback, getting outside the pocket, rushing him, and forcing an errant throw that was offline.
Yes, great defense there. Looks like they're going to have to punt this.
There are 2 return men back for Boone right around their own 40-yard line.
And that's going to get punted right around the 40-yard line. Going to take a bounce back to the 30, and he just gets tackled there at the 37-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, took a bounce, thought he might take it, and he does so, but only about 1 or 2 yards. Wahoo swarms him on that right-hand sideline, and that's where this Boone Cardinals offense will start off for the first drive of the game.
Yeah, Boone Cardinals starting off just around the 30, 35-yard line. We're going to see who's the starting quarterback for them. Looks like it's going to be number 6.
James Folgeman. Yeah, he's been phenomenal this year. Another dual-threat quarterback, about 1K passing yards and 600 on the ground, 13 total touchdowns.
Definitely a dual threat taken by number 2, it seems, tripped up and got tackled just around the 38-yard line. Number 2 for the Boone Cardinals is going to be Parker Borer.
You look at Boone Central, getting off the field on the first possession of the game. They're looking to capitalize and get off to a great start in this game, averaging 42 points per game so far in these playoffs. Let's see if they can get off to a hot start, looking for their first championship since 2014.
For sure. We have 3 receivers on the far side. Motion to the near side, one of the receivers. And that's going to be a low snap taken by number 2. And that's going to be tackled just around the 37. No gain there for the Boone Cardinals.
And that'll set up a 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 8 at their own 39-yard line. And both offenses looking like they might get off the field with a 3 and out. It might be another defensive showdown. We saw something very similar in the Class B game last night.
100%. Defense does win championships, as we know. Looks like they're gonna have a running back there. See if this is gonna be another run play. And he's gonna trip to the far side. Can't find a receiver. He gets tackled. That's gonna be a sack for number 28 for the Wahoo Warriors. Grady Meyer, what a great tackle there, and defense comes out with it again. Great tackle there. That's gonna get him back, and they're gonna have to force a punt here, and that's gonna be ball on the 31-yard line. 16. Don't think they're going to be going for that this early in the game.
Yeah, Fogelman is just rolling to the left-hand side. Again, very similar to what Wahoo did on offense, trying to find anybody, and great play was made by the Wahoo defense to get to him and bring him down.
Looks like Wahoo has 2 back to receive the punt. And that's going to be a low, nearly blocked. Good bounce for the Cardinals all the way back. That's going to be returned.
Oh, my goodness.
A outstanding bounce there.
So when it's all said and done, that was about a 70-yard punt. It originally hit the ground at the 30-yard line. Wahoo did not return it. And then with that south wind, went all the way to being marked to the 1-yard line. Phenomenal job by Boone.
That's going to be an interesting aspect to keep your eye on all game, gentlemen. All game and all day.
Wind is
punting towards that end of the end zone. That ball rolled fast and about 30 yards down to the 1-yard line.
Wind is going to be a big factor in this game. Yahoo starting from the one-yard line, Not great field position for them, but let's see if they can convert and get that ball down the field.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, at this point, you're just trying to get the ball out of the end zone, get a 1st down or 2, and not have to give Boone Central a terrific field position. 99 yards going in this direction is going to be very difficult at the moment. We talk about the 3rd phase of a football game. Special teams doesn't really get talked about that much. This might be a very pivotal moment in this game.
Yes, and especially they're not going to have that wind when they punt. That wind is going to be hurting them rather than helping them. So they cannot be relying on that 70-yard punt like the Cardinals can. Looks like they're just going to be huddled up in their end zone trying to see what.
Yeah, ref's not letting him go. I think there's immediate timeout on the field, but both teams have taken it. And we'll see what Wahoo does on their second offensive drive. They really need to get their quarterback, Jace Kaminsky, going. He is a stud. More of a pro-style quarterback, but, man, he's been phenomenal. 62% on the passing for the year and 21 total touchdowns. But really, the highlight of their offense is the running back, Noah Dvorsky.
I could not agree more. Looks like they're going to have another weird formation to start off.
Wow.
Kind of a U/V shape.
And then they go normal.
Go back into the normal. And he's going to hand that
my.
off. He breaks tackles, and he's still going. That's going to be tackled just around the 32-yard line. What a great run for the running back, number 22 for Yahoo, Noah Brodowski.
Yeah, he just had a great hole that was made by the O-line. Had plenty of room to run. If he had some more wheels on him, I think he would have went to the house for a 99-yarder. Boone's lucky they tracked him down. Just a great hole was made, and he went off to the races.
Phenomenal O-line play there. And that's what they're going to need. They're going to need to stop that running game. Brodowski is a threat, and looks like they're going to pass that off, and that's the right side of the field. And he's going to be tackled just around the 38. Looks like that was to number 11 for Wahoo, Sam Edmonds.
Yeah, nice little jet sweep. Was pretty successful. Got 5 yards. Sets up a 2nd down and 5 at the 38-yard line now.
And we talked about they needed better field positioning, and that run definitely did it for them. Sitting at the 38-yard line on their side, definitely got out of that end zone. Looks like they're going to have another weird position.
Yeah, shotgun look. They have tight ends that just went to the left hand or the right hand side in motion.
They like to switch it up. That's going to be carried to the number 22 on the far side. Looks like he's going to get pushed back right around the 35-yard line for a 2-yard loss on the play.
You look at Wahoo's offense right now. They're just trying to play the sticks, stay in line with the sticks, and not really have any negative plays to keep them in 3rd down and manageables. They've done their job right now. It's 3rd and 5. Let's see if they can convert and keep this drive going.
Cardinals woke up on that defense, not letting any more big plays happen. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Trips to the near side, number 3. I'll make it 2 and 2. And he's going to pass that straight to number 22. He's going, and that's going to take him right around the 42-yard line.
Yeah, he's right on that marker to get. I think they're going to mark him 1 yard short. Just a nice screen pass over to the left-hand side. Yeah, he will be short.
They're certainly going for this, though.
They have to. I don't see why they wouldn't. Looks like they're bringing more people out in the field. We will see.
Well, let's see.
Completely changed the unit, but we don't see a punter back there. And, yeah, it looks like this is a little bit of a trick formation that Wahoo likes to do. And now they do, in fact, have the punter out there.
We'll see if they punt it or if they're going to go for it. Maybe a trick play.
Upman's lined up very close to the center right now. Look at him motion over.
And that's going to be
snap.
They did punt it, and that punt is going back all the way to the 25, returning, and he's going to get tackled by Wahoo right around the 25-yard line. Looks like that was received by number 10 for the Cardinals, Brent Benz.
Yeah, that was a pretty good punt considering he's completely against that south wind, but went all the way to the 25-yard line, and that's where Boone's going to start off. Not great field position to start off for the Cardinals on both of their offensive drives.
Yeah, Chad Fox, the Wahoo coach, electing to play a little conservative in this first quarter, not trying to, I guess, get behind, being a little too over-aggressive early on, just playing the field position game roughly 10 minutes in.
Which I respect. I mean, you gotta play it safe here. Can't take any risks. And that's going to be a fake handoff. That's going to be to number 5, but Wahoo stops it right in the tracks. Looks like that's going to be number 5, Hank Hudson, that was running for the Cardinals there.
Yeah, Hank Hudson's a stud. 91 tackles on the year for this Warrior defense, and he's a guy they really need to get going.
Wahoo's defense has allowed 7 points in 3 playoff games thus far. Been very stingy against the run this entire season, playing that bare 3-5 look.
Gonna have to get the play action going. And that's going to be a fake handoff to number 10. He finds open and gets tackled right around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, another jet sweep. We saw that from Wahoo on the last drive. Now Boone doing one of their own, and that really cuts this 3rd down to very manageable, about 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5, not too bad for the Cardinals. We'll see what play they draw up here.
So they marked the ball on the left hash mark, and it just rolled all the way to the 30-yard line number. I mean, that can tell you how bad this wind is.
The wind is not friendly today. Gonna take effect for all the games today, all the state games that we're covering. Looks like they're lined up here. Trips to the near side. Fake handoff. Quarterback's gonna keep it. And looks like he's going to get through, and he'll be tackled at the 40 for a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that time they opt to do the fake jet sweep, and quarterback just keeps himself, finds a little bit of a hole, and muscles his way for that first down marker at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great job by that left guard pulling, getting right behind his center and right guard on that duo block, and getting upfield, creating a lane for the quarterback.
Good job. 2 receivers. And he's going to hand that off to number 2. Didn't get far, about at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I got about nothing on that play. This Wahoo defensive line has been great so far to start off, and they're already making their presence felt.
For sure. Both teams are going to have to stop the run game. Both teams have really good running backs. That'll definitely be a key factor in winning this game. Is who can stop that run game.
And most importantly, who's going to be patient enough offensively?
Of course. 3 receivers on the near side. And that's going to be taken by number 22. Comes around, number 2, and he turns and gets pummeled by number 53 for Wahoo. Great stop there, not letting him get that many yards.
Yeah,
Looks like they broke about even.
Yeah, Joshua Erickson, what a terrific rally to the football right there. Was coming off the blitz, recognized that outside sweep action, flew to the football and made a terrific play.
That's a defense that we expect in state championships.
3rd down and 8 now at their own 43-yard line. Boone trying to keep their drive alive.
We have a number 2 going out. Snaps. And that's going to be dropped. He has to, looks like they're going to call him down.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a low snap. I think he just had trouble with the football. And they might even have called that a pass because he caught the football, then dropped it.
There's been a couple of those snappers snapping it a little too low, and they're going to pay the price there.
So they did mark the football at the 38-yard line. Maybe they thought his knee went down when he was trying to pick up that football, so they get a loss instead of an incomplete pass. But, yeah, just a botched snap.
And you can see Wahoo learned their lesson from that previous punt. Look how far back these returners are.
That's going to make it 4th and 13. They're going to punt this. 2 back for Wahoo.
Yeah, return man now at the 30-yard line, stepping up. We'll see if they can have another great punt here. Almost gets there.
Not as good. That's going to land out.
Wow, so that was a shanked punt. I thought maybe even a Wahoo defender got a hand on it. They were really coming after it.
Definitely do not want to have a repeat of the punt they had last time. Wahoo offense taking the field right now just around the 50-yard line.
And as I was just talking about, which team is going to be more patient offensively? Well, head coach Chad Fox for Wahoo decided to punt it on that second drive right there on 4th and 1. They gain 5 yards of field position in a couple minutes as they get the ball back at midfield.
Wahoo offense lining up here. 2 receivers to the far side. Motion, snaps, hands it off, and that's going to be a trick play. Hands it off to number 2, tries to run around, but the Cardinals say no and stop him.
Yeah, about a 5-yard loss.
5-yard loss. What a great play by the Cardinal defense.
Yeah, Kaminsky just faked the handoff to his running back. Wide receiver came on a jet sweep all the way over behind him and just handed off to him. Really good misdirection, but Boone was all over it. They were not fooled.
Cardinals did not fall for that one. I like Wahoo. They're getting tricky, doing some different formations, seeing if they can maybe trip up the Cardinals, but the Cardinals are not falling for it. And that's going to be a quarterback keep, but he got tackled, and the Cardinals take him back all the way to the 38-yard line. Cardinal defense is showing that they came here to play, and that's a loss for about 3 yards.
Yeah, this Cardinal defense has been phenomenal, minus that one big chunk play gave Wahoo a 30-yard rush right down the middle. But besides that, they've been so good at the running game, almost forcing Wahoo to take it to the air.
Yeah, this 3-man front right now for Boone is kind of crashing at an angle on these offensive linemen. What happens really when you have these wide splits offensively is these defenders aren't trying to go straight at these offensive linemen. They're trying to attack the gaps at angles, which is causing a lot of penetration and havoc for Wahoo.
Trips to the near side, going out. Lots of time in the pocket. That's going to be a deep pass to number 19, and that's going to be it. Almost intercepted and incomplete. Number 7 for the Cardinals. Caden Christian dropped it. That looked like it was going to be intercepted, Wilson.
So that was Broden Beans, actually. But, yeah, that was just a jump ball. Made a great play on that football and just fell to the turf. And, yeah, from our perspective, it thought like he had that football wrapped up and just dropped it at the last second.
Missed opportunity there. Looks like Wahoo's going to be forced to punt here with 4th and 16. 2 back for the Cardinals.
Yeah, already a defensive showdown.
And he's going to punt that. Wind in his face. That's going to take a bounce right around the 25-yard line and land. And that'll put the Cardinals right on the 25. To see if they can take some field back from Wahoo. Not great. They haven't had great field position all game, but let's see if they could change that and maybe put a score on the board early in this first half.
Yeah, only 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. I just imagine one snap and they'll get to the second. A little bit of a full house formation here. 3 backs behind the quarterback.
He's going to snap that, hand it off to number 22, and he gets tackled. Excuse me, that was number 2 for the Cardinals, Parker Borer. And it looks like that's just going to run out the clock.
Yeah, that'll do it for the first quarter. It's been a defensive showdown. We're going to take a very quick break with you on Millard South Media. Again, if you're just joining us, we're up here in the booth in Lincoln. I mean, we're going to have coverage all day today, C1, C2, and, of course, the big one, Class A. But, again, thus calling it, Jonathan Spieler doing play-by-play, Wilson Dittman and Dillon Pelster doing color, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Millard South Media live here for the C1 title. It's all tied up at 0-0 now. Boone Central with the football at the 27-yard line, getting their drive started on 2nd down and 8.
We'll see if they can get something going here in this second quarter. Nothing's happened so far. Still 0-0. Was a defensive game the first quarter. Let's see if that'll change. Both defenses looking very strong. Offense, both looking strong. We had a good punt there in the first quarter, bringing the Wahoo back all the way to the 1-yard line. And we'll start it off here. Full house in the back. And that's going to be a quarterback keep. And he's going to go through, and he's going to be tackled just around the 10. And that's going to be number 6, Iverson, for that play.
Yeah, Iverson leads this Wahoo team in tackles, 107 on the year. Only a junior, somebody who they really feel good about going into the future. First down and 10.
One of the backfield hands it off to number 2, and he's going to be tackled for a gain of about 2 yards. Landon 5 there for the run. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 7.
And that was only Boone Central's second first down so far in this game. Going to be really interesting to see if they can develop a rushing attack. Both of these teams average almost 40 points per game on the season, but the reality of the fact is both teams have terrific defenses too. Both teams are undefeated for a reason. Given the weather, it's not surprised we've had a very low-scoring 0-0 game so far.
Yes, ball on the 39-yard line. That's going to be given to Phi again, and he's going to get tackled for a gain of 1 or 2 on the 40-yard line. Not much there. Wahoo stopping that run once again.
Yeah, that was actually Parker Bohr, and he made a great spin move on the first Wahoo defender.
Brings up another 3rd down and 6. Situational football at its finest, gentlemen. Which offense is going to finally capitalize and move the sticks in a throwing situation? Wahoo looking like they're bringing blitzers off the edge.
3rd down and 6. Drops back to pass, finds a man in the flat, and just incomplete. And that's a response from this Wahoo defense.
Looks like that ball got deflected there.
Little late hit there by number 6 for Wahoo, Iverson. Looks like that was broken up quickly, though.
So another stop by this Wahoo defense, and punting crew will come on for Boone Central.
6 punts in the first 13 minutes and 42 seconds of this game.
And neither team has ever approached opposing territory. They've all been inside their own 50, and that stays that way.
That shows you what a defensive game this is.
Boone now punting against the wind.
And that's going to be up. That's going to take a bounce near the 35 and bounce all the way back, going out at the 31-yard line. And Wahoo offense will take the field.
So now, Wilson, this is Wahoo's 4th offensive possession of the game. What are you looking for out of them now in the 2nd quarter? Trying to, I guess, get things going, because how this game's going right now, it seems first one to score is going to have an insane advantage.
Yeah, Boone's been phenomenal so far in the run defense. I'd love to see Kaminsky start to air this one out more, get the play action pass going. A lot of what we saw with Bennington last night, they couldn't get the running game going in the first half, and once Sandman started doing well in the passing department, it really opened up lanes running-wise.
Another interesting formation for Wahoo. Looks like they're going to switch it up, go back to the regular. One in the backfield. And that's going to be handed off to number 22 for Wahoo, Noah Bordotsky.
Yeah, and right now Boone Central is doing a terrific job being disciplined in their gaps and just doing their job, staying disciplined, and just reading their keys. That's another very short gain right there, bringing up 2nd down and 8.
On the 34-yard line for Wahoo. Looks like they're doing a little huddle, calling the play.
Second down and 7 at the 34-yard line of Wahoo. Shotgun look.
Motion to the near side. Kaminsky going to take it himself, passes it off. Kaminsky gets tackled, but the ball's still moving. Looks like that's going to be number 11 for Wahoo.
Yeah, that's Sam Edmonds.
Completely stopped there.
Yeah, a little just a bit of an option. They pitched it off to Edmonds on that near side, and he found nothing. Good job to keep the legs churning and fight for some extra yardage, though, to get back to that original line of scrimmage.
And really more so, it's just a great job by the Boone Cardinals, rallying to the football as a collective unit, breaking down, setting their feet, not missing any tackles, and just collectively rallying to the ball. It's what you like to see from a defense. Now 3rd and 7 coming up.
3rd and 7, still on the 34-yard line.
It's again already 6 combined punts in this game. Can somebody get across midfield and get some momentum going offensively? Going to be a 5-wide set.
Fast formation there for Wahoo. Looks like they're trying to push the tempo.
And they'll take a timeout. Make sure they get that play call right.
For sure. Wanted to see what the defense was going to bring.
I think that's a pretty good timeout. At this rate, you probably wouldn't need all 3 timeouts in this half. This is a pretty big play in the game. You're trying to create some unfound momentum. Don't have any issues with that timeout right there. Trying to figure this out.
Yeah, it's just been a defensive showdown. Anybody who could find a spark first offensively, might be good night for the other team. We saw that again last night, where it looked like when Bennington got their 2nd touchdown, it was game over for Scott. Really, if a team gets double digits in this one, it might be over.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to point out, gentlemen, is we are basically on the highest floor right now of Memorial Stadium, all the way off at the 7th level. And boy, these 2 fan bases for both Wahoo and Boone Central really showed out today. It's a very cold Tuesday morning here in Lincoln, Nebraska, and both fan bases are extremely well representative and have been standing and loud this entire time.
For sure. Great to see at the state championship.
And that's my favorite part of the state title, just seeing all these individual towns all coming together, old alumni watching their teams play.
Motion to the far side, and Kaminsky, He has all the time in the world in the pocket, and that's going to be thrown to number 22 for Wahoo, Noah Bordotsky. And that's going to put him right near the 50-yard line.
For a first down. Yeah, wide open across the middle of the field. They just didn't account for the running back. That's what we called for, to get the passing game going, and found a wide open man. And again, if that starts to hit consistently, you'll start to see some more running gaps open up, and this Wahoo offense will get started.
Yeah, he was basically split out wide and ran a slant right behind another slant. Really nice concept right there by Coach Fox to get that much-needed first down. Heavy personnel right here.
And that's going to be taken. Going to get tripped up. Bordotsky tripped up right near the 41-yard line for a loss.
And right now, with both offenses struggling as mightily as they are, you have to be able to stack plays together, good play after another, to create that momentum and to get that drive going. Not a good job by Wahoo there, getting behind the sticks on first down, making it harder for them to convert as this drive continues.
For sure. That throwing play, that was one of the first passing plays we've seen this game that was successful. We've had a couple of attempts, but it's really just been a running game so far. Kaminsky trips to the far side, and he's going to pass it to Edmonds, and he's going to get tackled for a gain of almost none.
Yeah, Parker Bohr made the tackle right there, shooting from that left corner spot, recognizing that play and making the tackle. Really, there have been no missed tackles in this game that I can remember, gentlemen. A lot of good rallying to the football on team defense, and once again, a 3rd and 10 for Wahoo.
3rd and 10. We'll see if they can convert.
Boone trying to get out the field. Wahoo is almost got to get into Cardinals territory for the first time this game, right at the 49-yard line. Shotgun look, motion to the left-hand side.
And that's going to be
run right up the middle.
Yep, and 22, Bordotsky is going to get tackled right around the 54-yard line, and that's not going to be enough for a 4th down. So Wahoo, another punt.
Yeah, looks
in
like
this game.
Looks like the punting crew is coming on the field. I don't love that decision. What do you think, Dillon?
I mean, it's one of 3 things. They either just don't trust their passing offense right now against this Boone defense, or they're just trying to play the field position game, which isn't a bad idea considering how this game has gone thus far in the first half. Or they were trying to run it right there and set up a manageable 4th down where they could go for it, but that's not the
Hunter
case.
drops it.
Yeah, low snap
and barely gets it off. That's going to land right around the 19-yard line. Bounces all the way back to the 10. Good punt there by Wahoo.
And I'm not going to be upset by that if I'm a Wahoo fan or a Wahoo player or a Wahoo coach. Playing the field position battle, Boone hasn't really done anything offensively. They have yet to get across midfield themselves, and now they are backed up at their own 8-yard line.
For sure. That brings up the question, though, when are they going to get aggressive there? That was a 4th and 5. I'm wondering, when are things going to get desperate enough to where they're going to have to start going for those?
Well, right, with both teams struggling offensively right now, you're just trying to not make the big mistake right now, right? You're trying to stay patient, stay within yourself, stay within the sticks, and just not make that big mistake.
Well, looks like there's going to be a full house in the backfield. That's going to be a snap. Number 12 going to the outside, gets tripped up. Gain of about 1. That ball was carried by Jacob Miller for the Cardinals. Good defense there by Wahoo. Not letting him get to that outside corner and get around. Looks like the Cardinals are just going to huddle up there for a quick second.
And gentlemen, when we look at these scores, the fewest points that Boone has scored all year is 21. However, Wahoo did struggle against Broken Bow on offense in the semifinal, or in the quarterfinals, excuse me.
And Fogelman's going to take it himself, and he's going to get through. Ooh. Dodges one person, and he's going to get all the way to the 28-yard line. What a great quarterback run there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, made a great move, made an awesome juke move to get the first down, but really got tripped up. If he landed back on his feet, he might still be running.
And now they're going quick.
Yeah, picking up the pace here a little. Another full house in the backfield, and he's going to run it himself again. Did not find a big gap that time, maybe a gain of 1. Fogelman likes to run the ball, as we heard. Not successful there, though.
And Iverson again on that tackle for Wahoo. He's been a man today. Again, leads his team in tackles.
And I don't like the idea of going fast right there on first down just to only go slow on second down. If you're going to go fast, keep going fast and change up the pace of this game.
And why not run the clock? I mean, 5 minutes left to go in this first half. You ideally want to have the ball last. Make sure Wahoo doesn't get another opportunity.
And Fogelman taking it again. He almost finds a hole but gets tripped up. That's going to be right near the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Braylon Iverson really made a first down saving play right there. That was a terrific cut right there by the quarterback.
For sure.
But Iverson just stopped that on the dime.
Cardinals not really going for passing plays, only have 5 yards of passing in the game compared to Wahoo, who has 21. That just shows you how much of a running game it is.
Quarterback power. Oh, they got him to jump. They called it.
And they did call it. That's going to be a false start.
Yeah, the Boone fans like that one. The good old hard count works to perfection there, and that'll be a free first down.
Yeah, mental mistake right there by Wahoo, and that's going to allow Boone to continue to run down this clock. Would be essential for them if they could at least get across midfield and maybe get into scoring range, because they do get the ball to start the second half.
They do. This clock is running like crazy, already down to 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Another full house in the backfield. One receiver on the far, one on the near. And looks like he's going to hand that off. And he's going to get tackled for about a gain of nothing.
Yeah, Parker Bohr had absolutely nothing inside. Tried to cut it to the left hand, and Wahoo was all over him, swarmed him, and this defense has been stifling.
Halftime adjustments are going to be interesting, gentlemen, because right now both of these rushing attacks are just not consistent enough to prolong these drives.
We've had some successful ones, but they're just not happening enough to get into scoring range. Fake Fogelman's going to run up the center, gets a gain of about 4 yards. But Iverson
once again laying the hammer. That's the second huge hit he's had this drive.
What a great tackle there by Iverson, really hitting Fogelman hard.
So now another big third down, 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, ball at the 39-yard line. Full house in the back. Well, not surprised, hand it off to Bohr.
Holding.
And he's going to keep going. That's going to be ball on the 41-yard line.
So there is a flag on the field, but that was a great effort by Parker Bohr. Cut it to the left-hand side, then cut it back in for a gain of about 30, and now into Wahoo territory for the first time today. But I think this will come back on Boone for holding.
Yep, and it looks like Trent Patzel's the one that's going to get called for the hold. He knew it right away. Didn't really move from where that penalty was thrown. That's a massive penalty right there. First penalty we've seen all game, too, and it's a crusher for Boone.
Yep, clean game. That's going to be a holding on the Cardinals, bringing it all the way back to what looks like the 39-yard line. Even more, never mind.
Yep, so officially calls the holding. Now 3rd
29.
down and 15 at the 29.
And that's a drive killer.
Absolutely.
I mean, based off how these passing attacks have been all game, you're not trying to make that big mistake right now. I would be surprised if this just isn't a handoff.
Yeah, might as well keep that clock churning and have the punting game back on the
Still
field.
neither team's in scoring position. Fogelman all the time takes it himself, and he's going to keep running all the way up to the 42-yard line, but gets tackled there by the Wahoo defense.
Yeah, pretty good design quarterback run there. Got a gain of about 10, but still very short. That'll be about a 4th down and 8, and the punting crew will have no choice but to enter the game again.
Not enough.
And this is maybe the most interesting facet of this game, or that play that I'm looking at, folks, is Wahoo did not take a timeout. They don't get the ball first out of half. They could have good field position after this punt.
Yeah, Wahoo did burn one earlier. You might think they just want to keep that one in the back pocket in case they get a drive going.
We will see. Punting from the 36-yard line. And that's going to fly all the way and be caught. Looks like Wahoo's going to return it, number 26. He cuts inside and gets tackled right around the 27-yard line. Wahoo, that's going to be Caden Smart for the return there. Tried to get an open lane there, but the Cardinals did not let it happen.
Yeah, nice play by him to get the football and try to cut to the left-hand side. But again, Boone's been phenomenal. They got to him. And that's where they're going to start off on this drive with 2 minutes left to go here in the first half at their own 27.
Wahoo with another weird formation.
Yeah, we've seen this U look at the start of their drives, and they end up motioning away from it. Yeah, but they do just that.
Cardinals have it down to a science, though, not getting fooled by anything. Kaminsky handing it off to number 22 again, and he's going to get all the way up to the 33-yard line. Bordowski has been a key asset in the Wahoo running game. Has a total of 41 yards in the game. And that's going to be snapped right around the 32. Brodowski going to take it all the way up and charges through number 3 for the Cardinals. And he's going to take that all the way up to the 37-yard line, it looks like.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and short as well. Half a yard short is where the officials marked him.
And that's going to make it.
Yeah, it's going to be real close. 3rd down and 1. They're going to
3rd and 1.
Be in that U formation. Now goes away from a shotgun look.
Ball on the 36-yard line. And we'll see lots of people lined up. And Brodowski's going to take it himself, and he's going to get through. And he's going to get tackled right around the 40-yard line.
Now Wahoo takes that timeout. No tush push in Class C football, apparently.
No. An expected timeout by Wahoo. 52 seconds left on the clock. They're going to need that time if they want to get into scoring position. Still, neither team has been in scoring position. This game just really pounded it out in the run game.
Wahoo got to the 50-yard line one time, but then they didn't get past the 50 on that drive.
They did not.
So they've sniffed the other side of the
field.
But
not enough to get in a scoring position. We'll see what they drop here. 52 seconds left, as I said. See if they can get at least into field goal range, make an attempt. And wind will be on their side for that field goal, so you have more of a chance there.
Yeah, it's almost going directly south, so that won't even impact the kick at all, just the distance. Really lucky. Yeah, we'll see if they do trust their kicker if that arises.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line. Wahoo's lining up. 2 receivers on the near side. Cardinals looking for another stop here. Kavinsky hands it off. That's going to be a trick play. He gets it back, and that's going to be a pass. And that's going to be intercepted by the Cardinals.
Wow, I mean, he just laid out for that football, threw a jump ball.
And looks like that is number 35 for the Cardinals, Caden Stokes. What a great read there by the Cardinals, and that is the first interception of the game. Again, a defensive game, and they get it right around the 49-yard line.
And now a team has sniffed the other side of midfield.
And now the Cardinals are sniffing the other side.
Yeah, right at that 48-yard line. Now they're in prime field position.
46 seconds left on the clock. Fogelman is going to throw it straight to number 10, and he's going to be tackled near the 38-yard line. That's going to be Brant Benz.
1st down.
Boone not calling a timeout. Clock stops after a 1st down, but Boone has all 3 timeouts, electing not to take them.
Boone going for it. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Fogelman passing all the time in the world in the pocket. Looks like he is going to have to take it. Nope.
Chucks it downfield. Oh, incomplete.
It looked like both the wide receiver and the cornerback misjudged that.
Looks like he was throwing that to Brant Bones.
Way underthrown. It just hits the turf. Nobody even made a play on that, but threw it all the way to the 10-yard line.
But for an offense, both offenses that have struggled so mightily, Wahoo just made the mistake. They just handed you the ball in your opponent's territory. 3 timeouts, a 15-yard reception on 1st down. I cannot believe the Boone Cardinals did not elect to take one of their 3 timeouts. Now left with the 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line, 0-0 game, and all 3 timeouts still in their back pocket.
We'll see if they can still take advantage of it with 24 seconds left. And Fogelman's going to have all the time in the world in the pocket. He's going to pass. And looks like that's going to be dropped by what?
Yeah, I mean, he just overthrew him. He did get tripped up by the refs decide not to throw a PI. Just fired in the middle of the field. Nothing was there.
Yeah, it looked like that was incidental contact with him and the defender right there.
Looks like that was Carter, number 85 for the Cardinals.
So big play call here. 3rd down and 10 at their own, or excuse me, at the Wahoo's 37. can't take a field goal, especially with this wind, this is definitely 4-down territory.
We'll see what Fulgerman does. Looks like he's going to pass it. Throws straight to number 35, and that's caught, and he's going to get tackled all the way at the 25-yard line.
First down on that screen pass. That was phenomenal after the catch to cut it back inside and fight for it.
A phenomenal screen pass there, as Wilson said, and they're going to take a timeout.
So Boone takes a timeout with 10 seconds left to go. You might think there's just one play call left, maybe a shot to the end zone. I don't know if they trust their field goal kicker from here. It looks to be about a 40-yard field goal against the wind. A very heavy wind, about 10, 15 miles per hour.
I'm going to have to imagine that their field goal kicker cannot kick a 40-yard field goal. So I think it's just 2 shots to the end zone right now. I wouldn't really worry about trying to run a play to get closer to the end zone. You're already close enough, 25 yards out. Just run 2 plays, throw it to the end zone. But you want to be smart about what kind of a call it is. But I got to tell you, they should run more of this spread offense, 5 wide, throwing it like they have been doing this drive.
It's
been working
for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
For
and
sure.
the other thing on that screen pass that you guys were just talking about, it was deflected at the line of scrimmage too. It was a great job concentrating and making sure that the wide receiver was able to maintain possession of that.
Not too much pressure from the Cardinals here. Again, still 0-0. We have the complete second half to go. So they're just trying to get something on the board here. Looks like another spread formation for the Cardinals. We'll see what Fulgerman's going to do with it. We have Bohr in the backfield, and he's going to have all the time in the world. He's getting chased down. Looks like he makes a –
Fires to the end zone right on that sideline. There's a second left, though.
Grant Bones was open, and looks like Fulgerman just did not make that throw a little too to the outside. Looks like Fulgerman went down there for a sec.
There is a flag on the field.
Might be roughing. He got lit up
that
on
would
that
be
throw.
huge.
But I thought the hit was completely legal, and it happened while he was throwing the ball.
Yeah, he rolled to the right-hand side. The linebacker picked him up and brought him down. Yeah, I thought that was legal too.
We will see.
And again, decision time here. You're not really going to take a field goal at the 24. Yeah, it looks like they did pick up that flag. So here we go. Last play of the first half.
Another spread formation for the Cardinals. Been working well for them. No one in the backfield, just Fulgerman. And he's going to have all the time in the pocket, looking to throw. He's going to make a deep pass to number 2. That's going to be intercepted by Wahoo. And Wahoo will receive it at the 1-yard line. Looked like that pass was to number 2.
No, that'll just end the first half. Yeah, we just caught that football jump ball style and went down at basically the 1-yard line, but no time left on the clock, and that's how the first half will end. 0-0. Here at Memorial Stadium, maybe Jonathan, Dillon, what have you guys seen?
What I've seen is reminiscent of what will happen Friday at this stadium around this time. It's 0-0 at halftime right now. I bet it won't be the only score that's 0-0 at halftime in this stadium this week.
A true defensive game here for both teams. And we'll see if they're going to make any changes in the locker room to maybe get some more passing plays going. Because, I mean, still 0-0. The running game can only work so much here, and you've only been in scoring position once. So we'll see what they do. We'll be right back for the second half in just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we'll be right back. So we're going to take a quick break here on Millard South Media. There's about a 15-minute wait between halves while both teams go in the locker room. So we'll have a timer on the screen of when we'll come back. So it'll be dead quiet, but we will be back once that second half starts. And this is going to be a phenomenal finish. So you absolutely want to be here for that. Again, if you're just joining us, Jonathan Spieler is on play-by-play. Wilson Dittman and Dillon Pelster on color. And, of course, we have Braden Schmieding and James Kramer being our producers today. So they're doing a great job. But we will be right back in about 15 or so minutes for the second half. Don't go away. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium, Millard South Media live here for the C1 finale. 0-0, all tied up. A shutout pitch by both defenses. And this second half will get started in about 1 minute. If you're just joining us, this is going to be a phenomenal game. I'm Wilson Dittman doing color commentary with Dillon Pelster. And our play-by-play man this game has been Jonathan Spieler. And Jonathan, take it away.
This game has been a defensive shutout. We have 78 yards for the Cardinals, and for the Warriors, we have 74 yards. I mean, that just shows you that neither team has really gotten to a side or even scored for that matter. Passing yards, we have 30 for the Cardinals and 21 for the Warriors. It's been a rushing game for sure, with 48 yards for the Cardinals and 53 for the Warriors, so more than half of their yards have been rushing, although it hasn't been quite as effective since neither teams have scored, and we've only seen the Cardinals in scoring position once, and really the Warriors haven't been in scoring position at all this game. Dillon, you have anything to add on to that?
Well, I'm just really curious to see what offense has a little bit of a wrinkle up their sleeve in the second half to kind of get some positive momentum going and get some points on the board. But who's going to be the team that makes the big mistake? Who's going to be the team that's patient enough to play the field position game again in the second half? This is going to be a game that's going to go down to the wire. I'd be shocked if there's multiple touchdowns scored in this half by both teams. It's going to be a close one. It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be low scoring.
It will be.
Perfect rendition of a Big Ten game.
Of course, Wahoo kicking off there, looking like they're doing a little squabble kick.
Ooh.
And looks like the Cardinals will recover the ball around the 34-yard line.
I kind of like those kicks right there. I've seen Millard South do those kind of kicks too, either the squib kick at an angle or one of those pooch kicks, gentlemen. So
does work out well most of the time.
Yeah, especially when you don't have a kicker that you really trust to get to the end zone consistently. It allows that ball to be in play, and if the opposing team makes an error, you can get on top of that. And Millard South, of course, like you just said, Dillon, has done that a couple times where they get a recovery because the other team wasn't prepared.
Two receivers to the near side. And looks like Fogelman's going to hand that right off to
Parker Borer.
Excuse me, my pages are flying all over. Wind is crazy. It looks like we're going to have a guy down for Wahoo.
Yeah. Try to get eyes on that. But, yeah, like you just said, Jonathan, we are here live at Memorial Stadium. The wind's been picking up, so we can be affected by it a little bit. But
we are in the conditions for sure. Open garage door straight in front of us.
Yeah, so there is a man down on the first play. That's Wahoo's defensive lineman trying to get a number, but he is in some serious pain. Looks like it might just be a cramp, though. That's the best case scenario. It looks like it might just be a cramp.
Just shaking out that right leg right now. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. And now he's up.
Looks like that was number 53 for Wahoo, Erickson. And that was resolved quickly as the Wahoo defense takes the field. And the Cardinals look like they're trotting on as well. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Ball on the 37-yard line for the Cardinals. And we're going to resume play here. Two receivers on the near side. Fogelman getting ready to receive the ball. He's going to snap it. He's going to pass it off to Borer. And Borer's going to get tackled right around the 36-yard line, but is brought all the way back to the 32, it seems. We'll see where they call that. Should be on the 36 or 37.
Yeah, it looks like forward progress was stopped, and they're going to mark it at the 37.
I've
3rd and 7 coming up. So, once again, not being able to stay in front of the sticks to start the second half.
I've seen that a lot. Fogelman just likes to run a little and then pass it off to Borer to do the rest. Let Borer do the dirty work, as he should be.
Yeah, 3rd down 7.
Fogelman is going to hand it off to Borer. Fakes to Borer and then travels straight up the center.
He's right around that first down marker at that 44-yard line. I think they're going to mark him short. Not a great spot by the refs. So instead of being what looked like about half a yard short, they're going to mark him 2 yards short.
And I don't think there's a good enough incentive to go for it right here. You just need to play the field position game, punt it deep.
4th and 2.
Force Wahoo to go the entire length of the field. That's what kind of game it's been. Who knows if you can even get another first down if you were to convert this 4th down attempt right now. I don't really see the incentive to go for it, and they are punting it.
Yep. Well, looks like the Cardinals are going to punt this one. Ball on the 42-yard line.
This punt will be with the wind. That's kind of died down a little bit here in the second half.
Another low snap. That ball's going to be punted all the way back to the 20-yard line. That's going to be fumbled by Wahoo, and he's going to be taken down all the way back at the 8-yard line. A crucial fumble there by Wahoo.
But they get on top of it. Yeah, so that was a great punt. Went and caught that football behind him, dropped it, and he's lucky it just went right back in his lap. But he's going to be spotted at the 10-yard line. That's a massive, massive punt there from Boone. Wahoo's lucky they recovered it.
Looks like that was number 20, Barrett Lovely.
It actually might have been Caden Smart, a junior running back for Wahoo. He's also still down on the play.
Yeah, I think he got tackled a little bit low there. They're testing out that. It might just be another cramp. And the guys are starting to cramp up here.
Got to warm up the hands. These cold hands are not going to help them catch the ball.
Yeah, he's walking off under his own power. He's kind of testing out what looks like his left ankle or lower body. But he is walking off fine, so it'll be interesting to see if he does make a return. He's been a playmaker today for Wahoo.
And it looks like the Cardinals are going to take the field. Wahoo. Kaminsky in the back with Bordovitsky.
Heavy set here, stacking the line of scrimmage. Only has a running back there, no wide receivers in the formation.
We'll see if they motion outwards or they're going to stay like this. Looks like they're going to motion outwards. One to the far side for a receiver. Never mind, he's going off the field. And they'll stay with a heavy front line.
First down and 10 at their own 10-yard line. Wahoo's getting their first drive here of the second half.
One receiver to the nearest side. Kaminsky hands it off.
Ooh. D-line all over it.
And they've already run that play about 3 or 4 times in this game. Just that simple heavy set, run to the left. But the thing is, you're already backed up at the 10-yard line, and you're running that play to the near hash on the short side of the field. Not a lot of room to run to begin with for Wahoo on that play, given the play call. Very interesting. Already backed up now, 2nd and 12 inside their 10-yard line. Wow. We talk about field position. That's not how you win the field position.
I agree. Wahoo's going to have to get something going here, or they're going to have very bad field position, and the Cardinals will have good field position as Wahoo's going to have to punt into the wind. Looks like Bordovitsky's going to take that all the way to the 14-yard line, it looks like. It's going to be ball on the 13-yard line, excuse me. It's going to make it 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Boone trying to get off the field here with another 3 and out. It's been a defensive clinic, and really, like we talked about in the first half, it'll be the decision who makes the first adjustments and can come through on offense, but it looks like neither team which really has any spark right now.
3rd and 7 here.
Westside can get anything going in their passing game. This would be the time to do it on a 3rd and 7.
And that's going to be handed off to...
Did they say Westside?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm locked in for my game tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm calling the Class A game for the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Yeah, little promo.
I've been a little focused on that. Wahoo, Westside, they both start with W's. I don't see a difference. They're both undefeated.
Yeah, a little promo there for that game. Of course, we have that live here on Millard South Media, but also on KLNU. Dillon will be calling play-by-play, so tune in there as well. That'll be a heck of a game.
Tune into Wilson.
We'll see. Oh, no, I don't give radio.
Bordovitsky had that. Looks like Wahoo's going to have to punt now from their own 15, and that's going to be almost blocked. That punt's going to land near the 45 and
nice
roll
bounce.
all the way back to the 45.
I'll have enough people listening to me. Don't tell your listeners to turn you off, brother.
Well, I'm just giving you a little bit of promo. Why not? No, everybody, okay, I'll take that back. Everybody watching Millard South Media.
The funny thing is, I mean, we just found out like a little bit ago that I'll be calling the game roughly 10 feet away from you. So.
I know. Like, Dillon will be right next to us here in this press box. So.
Very true.
You know, if we need a little bit expert analysis during halftime, we'll just call him over, get it in for that Class A game. So, yeah, absolutely come back at 7:15 here on Millard South Media for that one.
Cardinals taking the field here on offense.
It's like they're going under center, heavy I formation.
Yep, 2 in the backfield. And that's going to be Borer getting all the way up to the 52-yard line. Started out in the 47, so that's going to be a 5-yard game.
And I really like that from Boone Central right there. Not going to lie, guys. They just lined up in essentially a goal line set. They're doing it again here. They're just basically going to start running it downhill, seeing who's the more physical, tougher team. They can just will themselves to yards and consistent yards to move these chains.
They got Hudson and Borer in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if Fogelman takes it himself and he hands it off to Borer, and that's going to be taken all the way up to the 56-yard line. Little contact afterwards. I don't know if they threw a flag or not.
No, they didn't.
Doesn't look like it. Borer took that up all the way to the 46-yard line. And that's
first down at 10.
Yes, first down for the Cardinals.
In Wahoo territory.
Getting a little momentum. We'll see if they can take advantage of it.
I-form look, stacking the line of scrimmage.
And Borer's going to take it again. And Wahoo says no. Stops him right in his tracks.
Yeah, right there, Wahoo was sniffing the run that time. They brought both middle linebackers up, both A-gaps, and completely blew up that play for no yards on that play.
That was Barrett Lavalley, just read that to perfection, got to the backfield.
But here we go, Boone Catholic going quick and staying in this heavy goal line package.
Ball on the 42-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I love the adjustment. Just run it up the middle.
It looks like Fogel's going to take that, hands it off to Borer again, and he gets tripped up all the way back at the 51-yard line. What a great read there by the Cardinals.
This has been a phenomenal mid-drive adjustment by this Wahoo defense. 2 consecutive stops. That's a loss of 16 on the option. And now really, Boone, they got to find ways to get yards and quick. I think this is 4-down territory if they choose to be aggressive.
And
I don't know. You might want to just punt it right here. 3rd and 16. If you don't get enough yardage on this play, just continue to play the field position because at this rate, one score might win it.
And Cardinals had great position there. I think they got up to like the 40-yard line, and then they're all the way back at the 50 now. Fogelman steps in the pocket, has all the time in the world, and he's going to pass
Caught
it.
on the outside. First down.
First down. That was to, let's see the number there. Looks like it was going to be number 8.
Yep, that's number 8.
That's going to be Jackson Lipker.
Yeah, they just found him wide open on the sideline. A gain of about 17 for that first down. Ice in his face, and this is the farthest Boone has got into Wahoo territory all day.
Big change in momentum here. Fogel steps back.
Oh, I love the call.
And he's going to take it himself all the way.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
Who has it? I think it went out of bounds perhaps, but no, Boone got on top of it. Design quarterback run, got the first down. When he came down, though, the ball came out. And Boone's lucky.
Fogelman had a great run there, found that gap to go all the way to the 11, and then somehow got knocked out. Ball wobbled all the way to the...
And Boone needs to continue to space Wahoo out. You saw what happened there. They spaced the field. The quarterback power was wide open up the middle. And as for Lipker, what a huge catch for him. Completing that 3rd and 16. Circle that play, gentlemen. It's the biggest play of the game so far. And all it was a simple curl route.
So instead of being a first down, now 2nd and 1, gave him a favorable Wahoo spot.
Fogelman hands it off to Borer, and he's going to get tripped up right at the 15-yard line.
So that'll be enough for the first now. In the red zone.
First time anybody's been in the red zone all day.
Looks like that's going to be ball on the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. And this is a change from the first half. We have the Boone in scoring position.
And if you're Wahoo right now, you need to find a way to get stingy and bend and not break. We don't know anything about either of these field goal kickers.
Hudson and Borer in the backfield with Fogelman. And looks like he's going to hand it off.
Oh, what a
Keeps
terrific
himself.
play.
Yeah, keeps himself on the option. And great play by Wahoo. It's number 53 with the tackle. It's been all over this game. That's Jake Scantlin.
Yep, Wahoo being desperate to stop this ball as it's still 0-0, and this first score could be crucial to the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was a touchdown-saving tackle right there by Scantlin. Stayed disciplined to setting that edge, read the quarterback well, and tackled him into open space.
Two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Fogelman and Bohr, the dynamic duo in the back. See what happens here. Hands it off to Bohr, and he's going to go on the outside. And he's going to dodge a couple of tackles and get piled up right near the 15. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 0, maybe even a loss of a yard.
Once again, just a great job by Wahoo shooting those gaps, Wilson.
Yeah, they've been phenomenal, and I'm just impressed with this defensive adjustment. They've been hitting the mouth a couple times on this drive, and they're looking good right now, right in their own territory. And let's see if they get a huge stop on a 3rd and 11. This might be the biggest play of the ball game so far.
It definitely could be. Ball on the 16-yard line, looking for something big here. Not a touchdown, but that would be nice.
And it looks like Boone's going to call a timeout.
First down's going to be on the 5-yard line, so not too far from the end zone. We're going to have a quick timeout here.
Yeah, interesting decision to call that timeout. Again, it does feel like the biggest play in this ball game, but in a low-scoring affair, you might want to conserve them to the 4th quarter. But interesting decision there by the coach of Boone Central.
And something else I was interested when looking on this Boone sideline. Now, I don't know if these teams have any kicking nets available to have kickers warm up and kick, but right now there's no sign of really a kicker in sight. Folks, I think this is 4 down.
You want to have a chance of.
And I agree with that because a touchdown right now feels insurmountable for the other team, whichever team were to give up that touchdown. So I would be the aggressor right here.
End of third quarter. I mean, why not push? 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Looks like we have the dynamic duo. Hudson and Bohr in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near, 2 to the far.
Shotgun look. Here we go.
Fogelman snaps it back. A little bit of a low. He's looking, and that's going to be pass complete to number 25. Looks like he's got a spin move. We'll see if they call it a first down.
They will.
That pass was complete.
Yeah, just rolled to his left-hand side, found the open man. That was a great play after the catch to spin forward and fight for the marker. And they're going to give it to him. First down and goal now for Boone Central.
Yeah, and Wahoo was definitely playing the run right there. They were very soft in zone on the outside right there. Too much space for that outside route right there by that slot wide receiver for Boone Catholic. A 3rd and 16 and a 3rd and 11 picked up on this drive by Boone Catholic, now 5 yards away from capitalizing.
Here we go. First down and goal.
Oh, no.
False start.
We will see.
That's a killer. That's a killer for Boone Central.
That is.
You know what they always say about false starts, gentlemen.
So now after
False
90,
starts, they're a drive killer.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Well, you started pointing to me about something. Am I saying Boone Catholic or Boone Central?
No. I thought you said. Whatever. We'll talk about it at the break.
And Fogelman looks like he's going to take it himself, gets tripped up, and that's going to be a sack. Looks like that's going to be a loss of yards. Gets tripped up right at the 11-yard line and gets tackled back to the 12.
Yeah, nice stop there by Wahoo. Dillon, I thought you said you were asking us a question about what they always say about false starts. I was waiting for you to say something. I had nothing.
Hey,
I had nothing for you.
All good.
I got tripped up a little bit of miscommunication.
No, we're good. Yeah, back to this one. So 2nd and 11 at the 11-yard line. Boone encroaching on the end zone.
Full house in the back. We'll see what they do here.
Option.
And looks like they're going to hand it to Bohr, and he's going to find a pocket, and that's going to be a touchdown for Boone Central. Bohr, an iconic player of this team.
Yeah, I mean, he just made a great cut right into the end zone, made one man miss and off to the races. This guy has been phenomenal for him all year, encroaching upon 2,000 rushing yards. And just like you said, Jonathan, this guy is the stud on their team, and he made a big play in the biggest game all year.
Yeah, they faked the handoff to the right in that full house package and ran the counter to the left. That's the first time we've seen them run that play all game. It surprised Wahoo, and wow, Boone Central getting into the end zone. How about that?
Bohr with 39 yards this game and 1 touchdown now.
PAT crews up, and it's no good.
Oh,
that just had no leg. Thought there, yeah, I think the hand might have got on it.
It might have got blocked. It looked like it. It went straight down. Didn't even come close.
That could be monumental, depending on what Wahoo can do the rest of the game.
Yeah, we're trying to see if I can get a replay on the big screen here, see if anybody got a hand on that. We were thinking all game, again, Wahoo and Boone probably don't have a kicker worthy of kicking field goals. If he just shanked that one, that definitely affirms that thought, but that might have got a hand on him.
It definitely looked like it, and that's big because that means Wahoo can now just kick 2 field goals, and they'll be right back in this. Touchdown is not necessarily a must now. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Looks like Wahoo will receive this. Wahoo's going to have to find something within them to come back from the drive of the Cardinals. Cardinals looked really fierce that drive and ended up scoring. We'll see if Wahoo can respond.
Everything okay over there, Mr. Wilson? Yep, everything's good. All right. What a drive that was by Boone Central.
And that's going to be kicked straight back. Looks like Wahoo's going to receive this. And he's running up. He gets tackled right near the 15. Looks like that was number 33. Jackson.
Yeah, nice play there by the Boone defender to bring him down. Honestly, was surprised Wahoo decided to bring that one out of the end zone. They have terrible field position now, and it feels like a must-score drive to give their offense some life.
Looks like ball on the 15-yard line for Wahoo.
I mean, based off how this game's been going, where offense has really been non-existent, yeah, all the momentum is on Boone Central's side.
3 to the far side, 1 to the near. Motion. He's going to hand that off, and he's going to get to the outside. And that was Edmonds. Got tackled there. Gain of nothing. Good defense by the Cardinals.
She appears he lost about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, jet sweep to Edmonds. They really have been trying to get him involved. One of the better athletes on this offense. Leads him in receiving yards, but man, they have struggled all day long, and he gets wrapped up once again.
Well, they have struggled all day long, and specifically it's been running towards the outside, yet Wahoo continues to do it. When they have had success against this Boone Central defense, it's been when they've been able to run up the middle and really just running behind those interior 3 linemen.
Kaminsky, I'm clipping that. It hits it off, and that's going to be
screenplay. Can't break it, though. They had the numbers advantage on that one, gentlemen. They got Boone Central to bite on that screen off the left side. They had 4 linemen out there with the running back and only 1 defender, yet the 1 defender was able to make the tackle with really no hesitation.
So now 3rd down and 10 at Wahoo's own 15.
Bordowski had that one, got tripped up there.
What's funny is that's not even nearly the most embarrassing moment in my Millard South media career.
Oh, well, we've heard a couple things.
Absolutely. Shout out Christine Caldwell. I know you're listening.
She's listening.
She's listening.
Under 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Probably one more snap.
Let's see what Kaminsky can do. 3 on the far side.
He's alone in the shotgun, and there will be a whistle before the snap gets off. It's going to be a flag, probably a false start.
See who it's on.
Wahoo's walking back.
That is not good for
Delay
Wahoo.
a game, in fact.
And this is absolutely worst case scenario right now. You let Boone Central score, get on the scoreboard, make it 6-0. Okay, how are you going to respond? How are you going to steal momentum back? Are you going to be able to yourself to go all the way down the field and score a touchdown? Nope, 3 and out, moving behind the change. Not good for field position, not good for the final outcome of this game.
That's going to make it, it's going to make it 3rd and 16, ball on the 9-yard line. You know, if we're talking about field position, you can't get much worse than this, especially being down. This is not what you want for Wahoo. Kaminsky's going to get something to go here, hopefully. Motion to the near side. Handoff to Brodsky. And that's going to be a fumble, and it looks like the Cardinals have it.
Wow.
Who's going to make the mistake, gentlemen?
And, yep, they did. Boone recovers.
And that is a huge mistake by Wahoo. As you're saying, Dillon, it was the first mistake, and that's gonna that's the first big mistake of the game right here by Wahoo. Already being down could not happen at a worse time, and especially I mean, now the Cardinals have great field position.
Yeah, right at that 9-yard line.
Yep, first and goal, and they're about to have a chance to double up the score here and basically put this game out of reach based off what we've seen from the Wahoo offense.
Yep, 17 seconds left in the third. And that's going to be Bohr taking it straight up the middle. Looks like he got a gain of maybe 1.
So that'll set up a 2nd down and 7. But going back to Wahoo, I can't get around their offensive philosophy. Looks like the third quarter will end. I can't get around their philosophy offensively. They have yet to throw this football. Only 4 completions for 25 yards. Kaminsky has got to get going in the passing game. We saw Boone Central do very similar. They were running the football not very well in the first half. Started passing the ball more, getting the play action pass going, and that started opening up some running gaps for Parker Bohr.
Yeah, and that will be the end of the third quarter going into the fourth.
Yeah, this is still good. This is going to be a phenomenal finish. We'll see if Boone Central can get this in for a touchdown. It should be noted that they do not have a field goal kicker. This is going to be 4-down territory more likely than not. So we will take a very quick break here on Millard South Media, and do not go away. Huge fourth quarter coming up. Welcome back to Millard South Media. Fourth quarter underway. Boone Central at the 7-yard line, encroaching upon Wahoo's end zone, ready to put this into a 2-score game. Here we go.
And that's going to be a handoff to Bohr. It looks like he's going to get tackled right up near the line of
On the 6-yard line. So, yeah, that'll set up a 3rd down and 7. They end up calling it, so a gain of nothing.
third down and 7 here. Now, if you're the Cardinals here, are you going for this 4th down? I mean, 3rd and 7, you can get a couple on this play. Are you going for that 3rd down, Wilson?
I think you have to, especially after that PAT, which looked like it was blocked. I don't trust my field goal crew. Trust your offense. Trust Parker Bohr in the backfield. Let's see what happens.
It looks like Fogelman and Bohr are going to be lined up in the backfield. One at the far, one at the near for the receivers. Lots of people up front.
False start.
Oh, false start,
And-
wow.
Oof.
We've seen 2 of those. This last time Boone got into the red zone, they had a key false start. It ended up not mattering because Parker Bohr made a great play to get to the end zone, but that's another killer.
Yeah, and this is really going to be the most important 2-play sequence of this entire game if really Wahoo's going to have a chance to stay in this and keep it a 1-possession game.
And
Or if Boone Central is essentially going to wrap this up, because if this gets to a 2-possession ball game, it's a wrap. Now, we have to see how much they trust their field goal kicker if this does get to a 4th down situation right now, and they're hurrying up after that huddle.
And those are the minor mistakes that the Cardinals cannot afford to make. Looks like they changed up the play here. Fogelman's taking it back, looking for the end zone, and he's going to throw that just far.
Yeah.
That was thrown to number 25, it looks like. We're going to get confirmation here real fast.
Yep, it was. And what a good play in coverage by number 13, Sam Markson, who went stride for stride with him, a little bit overthrown by the quarterback of Boone. And that'll set up a 4th down and 12. The offense is staying on the field. So this is a huge play in this ball game. Boone, if they get this touchdown, will make it a 2-score game, and it might be insurmountable for Wahoo to come back from.
An expected call here.
So, never mind. Looks like the field goal crew is on. This is going to be about a 30-yard field goal.
Nobody's lined up directly over
Good snap, good hold.
Block it.
Wait,
And that's a block!
It's down. Wow.
What an amazing block by the Wahoo defense.
And that was number 3, Avery Wiedig, who got to the football on the edge. They had a bad snap, bad hold. The kicker was delayed.
And he
Wow.
went all the way around. Let's just narrate this for you. He went all the way around the long way and got to the ball. And I mean, the kicker didn't even have to kick it, and he was already on that ball.
That feels like a game saver for this Wahoo Warrior team.
Yep, Boone Central started this drive at the Wahoo 9-yard line, and the score remains 6-0.
Now, if Wahoo can't take advantage of this momentum, I don't know what they can't take advantage of. Kaminsky looking, has all the time in the world, passes it, and that's dropped.
This gets drilled by number 7 of Boone. That's Brogan Beans. He got to him immediately in the flat. I'll head up a 2nd down and 10.
It looks like I was starting to bring him. Number 32. Wahoo, if they have any chance, it's right now. After that huge block by the defense, they need to take advantage of this and get some momentum to go down the field. 2nd and 10, ball on the 17 for Wahoo. 10 minutes and 54 seconds left. Kaminsky, 3 on the far, 2 on the near. Let's see, Kaminsky taking a look, all the time in the pocket. That's going to be thrown up.
Oh, man, he is lucky.
Incomplete.
Absolutely lucky. Just threw it up into double coverage. The Wahoo wide receiver made a great play. He kind of acted like a defensive back, just throws it down on the ground to make sure it isn't picked off. That was risky.
Great defense there by number 3, Rasmussen.
Yep, and that's back-to-back passes for Wahoo just now. First time they've done that all game. Seem to be losing faith in their running game. It's cold. I can't pronounce my words.
Have to change it up here
right now.
It is a chilly day here at Memorial. Football weather, as we've been calling it. It's football weather. Big 3rd down here. Wahoo at their own 17.
Motion to the far side.
Watch the tight end off the right side.
Kaminsky, all the time in the pocket. He's looking for a pass. Guy open, and that's incomplete. Looks like that was to Josh Edmonds, number 19 for Wahoo.
Yeah, that's just a drop. He rolled left, fired in the middle of the field, and the wide receiver couldn't get his hands on it.
And Edmonds ran a good route. It was a slant route that was wide open over the middle of the field. I don't understand the concept based off the routes. If the route concept is to get the ball over the middle of the field, I don't know why we're extending the pocket and moving it as a rollout to the left side, basically taking half the field away and making it a backside throw for the quarterback. Very difficult throw to make for any quarterback, let alone in this game where offense.
Going to be a flag on the field. We'll see what that's for.
I'll go on Wahoo.
Yeah, take him back 5 yards.
And that's going to put the punter in their end zone. Never good. 2 guys back to receive for Bone.
So they'll back him up 5 yards, 4th down and 15 now.
Wahoo had a great block for a field goal. Blocked it, and they did not get anywhere. Cardinal defense did not let them take advantage of that momentum.
Yeah, you've got to think that momentum that they just got on special teams, it was just died immediately when this offense came back on.
And that's going to be a nice little punt there. Landed around the 38-yard line. Bounced all the way back to the 50. Keeps going. And that's going to be stopped around the 42-yard line. Great roll there for Wahoo.
Yeah, all things considered, I think that's a really good punt by Wahoo. It's still a really good field position, though, by Boone Central. But Wahoo, you got to get a quick stop. Now, 10.5 minutes to go in this game. Time is now at a premium. Offense can't move the ball. Their defense needs to rise up and somehow force a turnover to get them back into this game.
And mind you, I mean, Boone did not get their field goal off, so it's still 6-0. So Wahoo will have to score and also get that extra point, which, as we've seen, they don't have a much of a kicker, and that's going to be dropped.
Yeah, quarterback takes himself right at the middle there on a 1st down. Gain of, let's say, 2.
If I was Bun, I would just be running the ball, see if you can get some yards, and just run out the clock, as you know, time is of the essence here. 10 minutes left, and you're up. See what Fogelman can do.
I-form look, stacking the line. Only one receiver out to the left-hand side.
And he looks like he's going to take it himself. Didn't get far. Wahoo defense. And the ball's out, it looks like.
Yeah, after the play's over. It's a gain of nothing. That's going to set up a third down and about 5. Third down 6 officially.
This is what Wahoo needed. They need this 3 and out if they want any chance at coming back into this game.
So I'm not sure what the 2 play calls have even been for Boone. 2 keepers by Fogelman up the middle on basically an option. It seems like the juice and the energy that they've had all the second half, it's just been killed this drive. They're just playing conservative.
Yeah, they need to find a way to get a first down here and keep that clock moving. I agree, Wilson, a little bit too conservative.
We will see what they'll do here. 2 in the backfield.
Looks like they're going to run the same play.
Hudson and Borer.
Yeah, time was running down. I think they got a timeout off in time. That's a killer. That wastes one of their timeouts. They only have 1 left.
Did not want a timeout there at all. But taking the timeout over the penalty.
Man, this has been a phenomenal game so far. Low-scoring affair, which is a little bit surprising considering the high-powered offenses. But just like we saw in Class B, defenses wins championships, and they're really coming up big in Lincoln. You've got to think maybe the weather's impacting the performance today. You haven't seen a lot of passing. Defense are playing great. Again, not raining like it was yesterday, but 40 degrees still. Wind's been heavy. We'll see how it impacts the rest of this one.
Well, the wind has impacted my level of body warmth, so I would find it hard to imagine that it hasn't impacted these players as well.
Absolutely.
For sure.
If you're listening live on South Media here, we're live in the timeout, 9 minutes left to go. Please tweet at us at MSHS Journalism where we should go to lunch after this game. And after we have some lunch, we will be back for the C2 game.
2:45 p.m. kick for that one.
For sure. Excited for lunch after this.
I'm excited for the last 9 minutes of this game.
Me too.
Should be a great game. Fogelman in the backfield. 3 on the near side. Looks like he's going to pass it. Never mind. He's running it himself. He found a little open gap.
Ball's out at the end of it, and Wahoo thinks they have it. On the quarterback keeper. Came out last second.
They have it. They got it.
We will see. Wahoo's pointing.
The refs are trying to decide this. They're fighting for the ball at the bottom of the pile.
Oh, this is
always a tussle at the bottom.
swing. This could make or break the game because if it's Boone Central ball.
And Wahoo thinks they have it. They're signaling to the sideline. The refs have still yet to make a call. And now they do. Wahoo football.
What a turn of events. Fogelman runs it himself, gets yards, but at the very last yard, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe it got punched out, and Wahoo takes advantage of it and recovers right at the 46-yard line.
Well, it was a perfect call by the Boone Central offense. Out of the timeout, they got the quarterback delayed draw right up the middle. They got the first down, but like I said at the start of the drive, Wilson, Wahoo needed to make a turnover. They finally got the good field position they needed. Can they get across midfield for the first time this game?
And the big thing is, can they take advantage of this momentum? They haven't been able to previously.
Yeah,
So
this is going to test their guts. They got momentum from special teams. They got momentum from defense. Now the offense has got to come through for them.
Kaminsky handing it off to Bordovitsky. Looks like he got pummeled up there. Maybe a gain of 1. Excuse me, gain of 3. Put him on the 49-yard line. And that's going to make it 2nd and 9.
And give credit to Boone Central. Time and time again, their defensive line has came up clutch and stopped Bordovitsky. Only gave up 1 chunk play this entire game, and ever since then, it's been lights out.
They've just done a nice job taking advantage of this 2-gap system that this Wahoo offensive line plays.
Wahoo's still doing that U-shape to start and then motion outwards. Looks like there's a lot of motion here in the backfield. Kaminsky snapping the ball. Looks like he's going to take it himself. We'll see. Tries to find a pocket, but the Boone defense says no, sir, and pushes them all the way back.
Actually, a little bit of trickeration there from Wahoo. That was a direct snap to Sam Edmonds. We keep saying they're trying to get this guy involved, and there nothing happened.
And after the turnover, you're looking for a momentum, and all of a sudden, 3rd and 8 is staring you in the face. This has to be 4-down territory. You have to convert here if you're Wahoo.
Right at that 50-yard marker on the right hash mark on the red Nebraska logo. 5-wide look.
If they don't get this, I don't see how they couldn't go for 4th down here. 3 receivers to the near side. Kaminsky looking to pass, not finding anything, and that's going to be a deep throw to number 13, and that's
dropped
in the hands of
Sam Markson.
Sam
Wow.
Markson.
So, yeah, deep down the field, right to that 10-yard line. Great pass was thrown and just drops it. Good coverage to Boone, but, man, wow.
2 receivers on him. Lots of defense there, but Markson could not come down with it in his hands. And just looking at the replay now, it just bounced off his right hand there.
It was a pretty good ball, but I don't know why you're throwing it that deep when you haven't been able to convert third downs and get yards that are at a premium all game.
And
now they're punting it.
Yep, and that's going to force him to punt from the 50-yard line.
With the winds, a low punt. He'll just go out of bounds around the 18. I hate the decision to go for a punt here. You have got to be aggressive at some point in time, and you just can't keep having your defense bail you out. Sooner or later, the offense, you're going to have to give them a little bit of trust.
Well,
and now,
if not now, when? We haven't seen gentlemen, we realize they got 1 yard on that drive. They did not get past the 50-yard line. They still have not sniffed the other side of the field.
With momentum.
When is that going to happen? We are under 7 minutes to go in this game almost.
And Boone is not looking like they're backing down at all. Still getting yards on their drives, and I don't think they're going to get better field position in the rest of this game than that drive right there. With momentum behind them, I mean, it'll definitely have to be a miracle. Fogelman looking to waste some time here. One in the backfield, Bohr. Looks like Bohr's going to take it himself, goes to the outside and gets pummeled up. Maybe for a gain of 2. Put him out at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Boone going completely conservative the last couple of drives. They're allowing that clock to run down. I feel like they have absolute, complete faith in their defense, and that's the reason why.
A couple of guys coming onto the field. And they're going to set up here. Looks like it's going to be 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Fogelman and Bohr in the backfield. Fogelman looks like he's going to take it himself, passes off to Bohr, and he's going to find a little gap. Misses 1 tackle and gets brought down right near
No, he gets the first down.
The 37-yard line, and that'll be a first down as well.
Yeah, classic speed option over to Parker Bohr. He just had a massive hole. Been waiting for that to pop once, and it gets a gain of about 15 for the clutch first down.
And that, once again, was a play we have not seen Boone Central run all game. They're really doing a good job of opening up this playbook and finding creative ways to move the sticks, which is what Wahoo has not been able to do thus far.
We've seen that little pass off from Fogelman to Bohr, but that was definitely the most successful attempt yet this game. Looks like there's going to be a lot of people in the backfield.
Nice cut.
Fogelman taking himself, cuts back, and he's going to be tackled right around the 39-yard line.
Yeah, great eyes by the quarterback. Originally ran to the right-hand side on a direct snap to him, and then went to the left, said, hey, nothing's over here. Let's see if we can find any yards, and gets a gain of about 4 when it's all said and done.
And at this stage in the game, that's a terrific play. That's 4 yards on first down. That's a first down on every drive, which means that's a touchdown on every drive. At this point, you're just trying to milk clock and stay within yourself and play the sticks and stay on pace to continue to get first downs.
And I was going to say, they're running it every time. That clock's ticking down, just under 5 minutes and 30 seconds left of the game. Looks like Fogelman's going to hand off to Bohr, and he finds a gap, and he's running 30, 20, 10, and that's going to be a touchdown. Bohr for another one, and that's going to put the Cardinals up 12-0 over Wahoo.
Great job by the offensive line to make a massive gap for Parker Bohr, and he did the rest. One of the best wheels in the state, and he makes Wahoo pay. This one might be over, folks.
Just great vision right there by the running back. Just right when he got through that hole, he just burst out onto the scene. Nobody was going to catch him.
Parker Bohr for another touchdown. I mean, the engine of this team has 119 yards in the game, 2 touchdowns now, and I mean, he's making this Cardinal defense run right now.
So Boone going for 2 here from the 3.
Fogelman taking it himself, looking, and it looks like he's going back.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely pummeled by number 57 there.
Wow, that's Jake Scandion who got the massive sack. He put his shoulder down. He put a little extra into that one, and the quarterback shaken up.
Wahoo.
I mean, have we seen a hit on a quarterback like that in a long time? Oh, absolutely. Wow.
I mean, I don't blame him. Wahoo defense is definitely not happy right now. Their offense has not been able to take advantage of these very, game-changing that we thought plays. I mean, a blocked kick and then a fumble recovery. two things key for the Wahoo offense to pick up on, and they've done absolutely nothing. So, I mean, honestly, I would also be mad as the Wahoo defense. I don't blame him for that hit.
Patience. Well, it was a legal hit too. It wasn't dirty or malicious whatsoever. But gentlemen, patience is a virtue, and Boone Central is the team that has realized that this afternoon, or I guess it's still this morning. But you get the point. Patience is a virtue, and that is the reason why it's 12-0 Boone Central.
Yes. Boone Central putting on a show here. If you're just joining us, slow first half defensive game. Second half, it's been all Boone Central.
And we kept saying in the first half, the team who makes adjustments will win this football game, and Boone Central has been on top. And they're up 2 scores now. This is do or die time. Like we're Matt Rule, this is do or die time. This is time for Wahoo to show up. Offense needs to get going. Go to the end of the playbook, see what you have. Just move the sticks, baby.
And that's going to be picked up by number 19 for Wahoo, taking it to the outside around the 35-yard line. Gets tackled around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, nice return there. A little squib kick. Return for about 10 yards. That goes up to the 37. So, hey, Wahoo's going to take that every day of the week, and that's where the offense will take over for must-score drive.
And going back to that, I mean, Boone didn't even make any huge changes first and second half. They just got their run game going, and Bohr has been on fire this second half. And really, I mean, their run game has just been dramatically more successful.
And they just stayed within themselves and made the big plays when the big plays have been presented to themselves.
And
on that first touchdown drive, 3rd and 16 and 3rd and 11.
They took advantage of momentum. And now Kaminsky is going to have to take it, and that's going to be a double handoff.
Wow.
I've never seen that kind of a
Looks
play
like
before.
that was Edmonds that got that handoff.
So we just talked about having some trickeration there. They handed it off to the running back, who then proceeded to flip it off to a wide receiver in motion in front of him. Yeah, like you just said, I've never seen a play call like that, but it worked. They got a gain of 10 for a first down.
That was actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yahoo has been showing this all game for their tricky formations in the start and then motion outwards. I mean, they have a couple of trick plays up their sleeve. It just hasn't been working out for them because, the Bone defense has been phenomenal this entire game.
But at this point, you have to be, if you're the defense, you have to know that trick plays and stuff have to be coming because they have not moved the ball all game.
He's going to take it himself, gets tripped up, and that's going to be right near the 50 for a gain of about 4.
Right at the 50.
That was actually a direct snap to the running back, Noah Bordovitsky.
It was.
Yeah, he got nothing. Boone, I mean, they have just been coming up time and time again. They've been punched in the mouth every now and then, and every single time they stand up stronger.
Can they get across the 50?
They're at the 50. Like you said, they have not been in Boone territory all game long.
We'll see if this changes it. A lot of people up front. Looks like Kaminsky's
play action.
And that's going to be a long pass. Receiver gets tripped up.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was almost intercepted, but dropped. Looks like that is number 10 for Boone Central. That's going to be Brent Benz.
Yeah, he got his hands on it. Jump ball. We saw one similar earlier in the game and just went right through him. That's why you're playing defense, not wide receiver. And, man, that would have been it for Bone, but Wahoo gets another chance.
If you're down, gentlemen, if you're down 12 with under 4 minutes to go and the defense knows you have to pass the ball, you better run more than 2 wide receivers in a route concept, unlike what Wahoo did right there.
I'm surprised he didn't catch that. The receiver tripped up, and it was just 2 defenders there waiting for that ball. Definitely lucky for Wahoo. Trips to the near side. Kaminsky looking for a pass. All the time in the pocket. Gets tackled.
Sacked.
Absolutely brought down and sacked by number 50 for Boone defense. That is going to be Trent Patel. A great play there. And Wahoo just struggling to find anything that works for them because this Boone defense is just shutting them down completely.
We keep raving about this defensive line for Boone. They just made a great play, and now Wahoo might be down to their last offensive snap. It looks like they were showing a punt formation on a 4th down and 17, but they take a timeout before that. I mean, you saw basically a questionable punt earlier in this game with the 4th quarter when they were down.
Well, it goes back to their last drive. They had 4th and 8 at midfield essentially, and they decided to punt, still down 6-0.
It's invaluable right now if you're Wahoo. You cannot punt this football.
And you just took a timeout right there too, so you're left with only 2 timeouts left in this game. Basically, if they don't get this right here, Boone Central needs essentially 1 first down to end it.
And we've been questioning this all game. When is Wahoo going to step up and be aggressive? Because that's what they needed to do all game. And now, now we're down to 3 minutes left, 4th and 17, ball at the 40. And now we're just wondering, is this the time? But, I mean, this time is almost too late. You're down 12. And really, I mean, yeah, even if you get it, you have a 2-possession score. I mean, you need 2 possessions to score. So we'll see. Kaminsky, 3 receivers on the near side, trips to the far side. That's going to be, he's running to the right side of the field, thrown.
Oh.
A jump ball.
Jump ball.
Oh, hits the turf.
Great defense there by Boone yet again.
Just a desperation pass down the field, kind of threw a double coverage to the right-hand sideline, and Boone makes a great play on the ball, hits the turf, and they're going to take over with 3 minutes left to go, and this one might be over.
Edmonds was laying on the field there, was not happy that he did not catch that. Obviously frustrated, as expected for Wahoo. I mean, just not – game did not go your way. Coaches were not being as aggressive as they probably should have been, which is, everyone makes mistakes, but you got to be more aggressive in the state championship.
It's like Boone Central's going to stay in that bread and butter full house package.
Looks like a little trip up there.
Yeah, he just
Fogelman tried to hand it off, but
might have been a botched play even. I think he was supposed to give it to a running back and didn't tuck it, so the quarterback just went down.
Wahoo's keeping those timeouts in their back pocket as well.
It's going to make it 2nd and 12, ball on the 42-yard line, already past the 50 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, everybody has their eyes on that clock now with about 2:40 left in this one. It looks like if Boone gets a first down, they're going to, it might be over, even with those 2 timeouts for Wahoo.
High pass on the back. One receiver far and near. Fogelman's going to hike that, take it to Bohr. And Bohr's going to go around the outside, getting just 1 yard short of the the line of scrimmage. Be a loss of about 1.
And now Wahoo finally uses their timeout. So now with a 3rd down, 11, 2 minutes left to go, if Boone Central takes this and gets a first down, it will be the ball game. Wahoo will use their last timeout, and it'll just be 3 kneels.
And I have to say this, respect for Boone Central, keeping it physical, not already showing. I mean, this is the state championship, I'm sure they're excited, but they're not showing it from what we can see. Still playing, not getting dirty. Wahoo's not getting dirty either, but a really clean game.
Yeah, keep in mind that Wahoo coming into this game had allowed 7 points total in all 3 playoff games up to this point. This has been a really good job by Boone Central just to stay patient, stay within themselves, and they found themselves on the right side of the scoreboard, primarily due to that suffocating defense that we've seen all day. But these are the numbers that they put up on offense, 49, 56, and 21 before this game today. So winning ugly and winning explosively, they can do a little bit of both, and today it's going to be winning ugly to get them a state championship.
I mean, we talk about defense for Boone, but really their offense is phenomenal too. Total of 237 yards is nothing to sleep on. Looks like Bohr's going to get that out, get about 5 yards on the play.
He got
really hammers in.
Originally met about the 37-yard line, pushes forward for an extra 3. So now that'll set up a 4th down and 4. Obviously, Boone's offense will stay on the field. Clock is running. And again, if you get this first down, that will be all she wrote here at Memorial Stadium.
Just one down, 4 yards separates Boone Central from their first state championship since 2014. The last time they made it to this game as well was 2017, where they finished as the runner-ups.
Yep. And Wahoo on the other side of things, they won in 2019. That was their only title in appearance, and this has got to hurt them a little bit. A very senior-heavy team. I felt like this was finally going to be their year, but it looks like they will end their road in Memorial. Quick timeout here, I think, by Boone to just talk about this play call. They're going to standing ovation from their fan base.
Rightfully so. And let's just say a great end of the year by Bohr. I mean, coming into this game, he was already a threat, and he just really showed up, and I think won this game for
that's a great point. I mean, credit to Parker Bohr. He is almost encroaching upon 2,000 yards. He's very close, but he got hit in the mouth a little bit at the start of the game, didn't get anything going, and had some clutch big plays at the end of this one that really, he's the reason why they're on top 12-0 right now.
both of the touchdowns for the Cardinals. Looks like they're going to see what they're going to do here.
Yeah, they're just getting ready for this play call. You might even see him air it out. Some trickeration. The play action pass has been there a couple of times.
I feel like this is the windiest it's been all game, gentlemen.
Yeah, the wind's really picking up right now. Luckily, it should die down by Class A. If the old trusty weather app is correct, which it usually is not.
Oh, absolutely not.
But back to this one. This is it. Ball game here. 4th and 4. Boone trying to go for it. If they get the first down, it'll be over.
4th and 4 on the 34-yard line for Boone. Classic setup. 3rd and 8, one at the far. Fogelman and Bohr in the backfield. Fogelman looks like he's going to run. Maybe hand it off to Bohr. No, he's going to keep it. He gets tripped up.
Gain of nothing, and that'll be a stop from this Wahoo defense. And they're going to get the ball back with one final chance with a minute 20 left.
I mean, almost one stop too late. Minute 16 left on the clock, down 12. That's 2 possessions. It would take a miracle to get this one.
Yeah, let's see if Boone can get one last stop. It's kind of fitting that the defense is on the field to finish this one out. They've been impeccable all day long, and they have another opportunity to really put their pin on this game. And, man, pitching a shutout on the state championships, that's hard work. And they deserve what they will get in about 2 minutes' time.
That's something you'll tell your grandchildren 40 years from now.
Absolutely.
Let's see if Wahoo can get past the 50 on this final drive.
Well said.
Step back. Kaminsky, all the time in the world.
No.
And that's going to be thrown and dropped by the receiver.
Yeah, tight coverage there. Actually, a pretty good throw on a diving catch, but just dropped last second.
That was thrown to Markson. Number 13.
2nd down and 10 now. Wahoo at their own 38.
Snaps back. Kaminsky looking to throw. Has some time in the pocket. Pressure and gets sacked. Absolutely tackled by number 59.
He got the ball, too.
Oh, it was a fumble recovery.
Gosh.
And the D-line for Boone does it again. Wow.
I didn't even see it.
So he not only did he get the sack off the edge there, he ripped the ball from the quarterback, Kaminsky, and went down with it.
I'm proud to say that I did that once in my playing career, too, during freshman football at Millard South. It's a pretty cool feeling when that happens. But to clinch the state championship game, that's a little bit different. So congratulations to Boone Central, their first state championship since 2014.
Oh,
what a symbolic way to end it, forcing a turnover in style.
That was number 58 for Boone, Thomas Roberts, who made that insane play, fumble recovery. And that's going to do it, folks.
Is there a better feeling than taking a victory knee to win a state championship?
Yep, one victory knee just done and one more to go.
One more victory formation.
It's going to be all celebration for the Cardinals.
Well, actually, probably winning it on a walk-off field goal is probably cooler, but victory formation is pretty sweet as well.
It's a different type of excitement. No, that's for sure.
Yeah. Look at this Boone Central faithful, though. A lot of people filling this lower row here at Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, the student section really showed up, and there it is. Final victory deal is done.
And that's going to make the final score. Boone Central state championships win it 12-0 over Wahoo.
Gatorade bath on the field, and you'd love to see that. Their first title in 10 years, and it's over.
Oh, well deserved.
I would hate a Gatorade bath in this weather.
That coach.
You know, coach is loving it. He's loving it, though.
Coach will be freezing, though.
Clock hits 0, and it is now officially over, and the Cardinals are celebrating. Student section getting the chants going. Man, you'll love to see it. The whole city's here. That's what you love about these lower class games. Everybody shows up, and just a complete dominant performance.
An entire community rejoices.
There's some confetti coming up here. Wow, they really pulled all the stops. Confetti was dropped down on the Boone fans. We got some up here in the box too. The wind's pushing it up.
They definitely know how to party, let's just say that. And I don't doubt there will be a lot of parties after this one.
So that's been the game. Jonathan, any parting thoughts?
I mean, it was a great game. I mean, first half was super defensive. I mean, neither team scored. Both teams looked solid. I mean, you didn't see Wahoo still looked fine that first half. They were making stops and weren't letting Boone get a ton of yards. And then
Yep.
second half, Boone went into the locker room and said, hey, listen up. And they came out fighting. And, Bohr, definitely the MVP for me of this game.
Absolutely.
2 touchdowns, almost 200 yards.
And again, we talked about that D-line all day. They came up when it mattered most. So that will be the final score here at Memorial for C1 state title. Boone Central wins 12-0. Thank you for joining us. Again, I'm Wilson Dittman. Play-by-play today was Jonathan Spieler. And a quick shout-out to Jonathan. He's a senior here at Millard South Media. He's been behind the scenes all football season being our director, but had to hop on the mic today, and he did a great job doing play-by-play. And also a shout-out to Dillon Pelster, who was doing color for us today, and he will be back for the C2 game. Me and Jonathan will not be here for the C2 game. We'll have Mason Steinhoff doing play-by-play, along with James Kramer also doing color. So that you definitely do not want to miss that one. That will be at 2:45. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back there. Look out for that live stream. And, of course, tonight, the big one, Class A, West Side versus Elkhorn South.
Excited.
You're going to want to be there for that one,
7:15.
especially. 7:15. So see you then. We're out here at Millard South Media. See you later today.